Is it safe to travel to Russia in 2025? I will tell you one of the things that will blow your mind, but in my opinion, Russia is the safest country you can go, and here's why. If you check the criminal rates in all the cities in the world, you'll see that Moscow is the lowest position, and Paris, London, all the Latin American cities, all the United States cities are much more dangerous than Moscow, and here's why. So the first reason is that guns are not allowed in Russia. I can imagine some granddad having a gun in his rural areas if he, I don't know, does hunting, but I cannot imagine anyone with a gun in the cities. It's not the case for Russia. I've never even seen a gun in a city. Second reason, we don't have pickpockets. I mean, like, I have my bag here for all this time and no one even looked at it. And this camera here is like, I was the only person, no one is guarding it, and I'm okay, I feel comfortable. While when I lived in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, I never took my camera outside, and we had so many problems with pickpockets in Argentina, in Rio de Janeiro, and here it's not the case. You can freely walk with your expensive digital camera even in the underground, so it's fine. As a third reason, I believe the main one, we don't have illegal immigration. This is a big case in Europe and United States. For example, we have a border with Finland, but it was closed only last year, so during the war it was open. Why was it closed only last year? Because of the immigrants who tried to get to Finland. We are not the aim, the target of immigrants. They go to Europe, they have this kind of social policy. We don't have it, so migrants are not really interested in going to Russia. I mean, it's logical, so we don't have them. They are the reason of criminal rates in London, Paris, Rome, and United States of America, I suppose. Why it can be a good idea for you to come to Russia? First of all, our ruble, our currency, is a bit weak nowadays because of the war. It's now like $1 equals to 100 rubles. So, but the prices haven't changed really in Russia, so everything is really cheap if you have dollars or euros of any other strong currency. For example, an average lunch price in a very fancy restaurant will cost you $30. And I mean, like, it's considered to be expensive for us locals, but I know that for Americans or Europeans it's like very cheap. We are having a lot of tourists now from Arab countries, I believe from Dubai, Abu Dhabi probably, and for them it's also very cheap. And if you're going to any kind of museum, it's like maybe $5 maximum, maybe $10, and for the public transport it's very cheap. I don't want to even tell you, it's like 60 cents one ride, and you can ride the whole city. We don't have these different prices for different destinations. Think like you have somewhere in other countries, you pay the single amount, even if you go for one station or you just going across all the city and you go to the suburbs. Yes, actually public transport is also working for suburbs areas, and it's only 60 cents, and you can buy some very good deals for a day, for 3 days, for 1 week or 1 month. Another reason why it's a very good idea for you to come to Russia is that it's quite a rare destination nowadays. You won't surprise your friends with a trip to Paris or United States, but you will definitely surprise them if you show them a picture from Moscow. It's not that overhyped as some destinations, but in my opinion, Moscow is actually one of the biggest, no, it's actually the biggest city in Europe. We have the tallest buildings in Europe. We have the biggest observation wheel. Yes, our observation wheel is bigger than in London, guys, and it's a very good area with very good views, and it costs much less as in London. And also, because it's not very popular nowadays, it's not crowded. Even if you go to the main Christmas market on the Red Square, you will not meet a lot of people. It's not that overcrowded as in Champs-Élysées in Paris or Hyde Park in London, and it's incredible because it's on the Red Square, the biggest square in Europe, and there's the probably biggest shopping mall in Europe as well, or maybe the oldest one, but it's very beautiful. So actually our Christmas market is until February, so you can still make it. Another thing I think it's important to discuss, because I've seen so many videos like this on YouTube, is it safe to travel to Russia, and people from America telling like the very, like basic things, like you can walk at night and you won't be robbed, or you can get here with kids and they're also safe. And for me it's like the basic, I mean, like, it's not surprised for me that I can talk to my camera on public. It's not surprising for me that I can walk at night, a girl, alone, and I won't get robbed. Super evident. And I'm shocked that it is shocking for foreigners. So yeah, he was wondering if it's okay to come here and walk in at night. Yes, if it's okay here to come and walk in with children. Yes. And that's a good reason to come to Moscow. Well, I can say like culture, we're very rich in our historical heritage, but not only this, but in the modern Russia, we are very good at coffee. We have the best coffee in the world, and I always struggle to find a good coffee outside of Russia. We have so many drinks at cafeterias. For example, in Europe, you usually have like Americano, cappuccino, and latte, maybe flat white. But in Russia, you have like 20 different types of coffee. We have a coffee called Rough. It's made on cream, not on the milk, which is like so good. I'm taking this one. It's an oat milk. Provence, so it's lavanda. This is so good. And we have like raspberry latte, we have pistachio latte or rough coffee, and this is so good. We always have alternative milk like banana, oat, and it's like essential. And even now when I was taking these coffees, there was a couple from, I believe, Dubai, because yeah, they looked like they were from Dubai, and this is incredible. Every time I go to a cafeteria in this area, it's called Patriarch Pons, I always meet a couple from Arabian countries. This is so cute, guys. Next reason is going to be Christmas decorations. First of all, we always have white Christmas. When I found out there is this idiom about white Christmas, I was shocked because for Russia we always have white Christmas. We always have a lot of snow in December, January, February, until April, by the way. So if you come until February, you will see a lot of Christmas decorations, like huge Christmas tree. And we have a lot of memes about this. We have a lot of memes about this. For example, comparing Christmas tree in London to some of like local Christmas tree in the small cities, we always win. Decorations in the center of Moscow are the best in Europe, trust me. And let's finish our video by disadvantages of traveling to Moscow. So first, I believe it's going to be visa requirements. Maybe European and America, they need visa to Russia. And I've heard from my fellow Americans that she paid like $300 in order to get visa here. And it was very difficult, like all those documents, etc. And now it's really hard for us to get visa to Europe. So I believe it must be the same, like vice versa. Second disadvantage is probably that you love Moscow and decided to stay here. And I've met a lot of foreigners who decided to stay here, even Americans, because it's safer, it's cheaper, we have the best service. Like if you're hungry at 2 a.m. you can order food online and it will be delivered to your house within 20 minutes. And after this service, when people come back to Europe or America, they really want to come back because this service is great. We also have the best beauty services like manicure, pedicure, hair, etc. It is the best here. And you can ask every single Russian girl, she will never do services abroad with locals. She will always go to Russian or Ukrainian or like Eastern European girl to make all these beauty procedures. I don't know why, it's just like it happened to be like this. So I travel a lot. I've been to 55 countries and I'm about to go to another countries. I want to visit every single one. And I always search for a Russian or Ukrainian girl to have my nails done or my hair, etc. Okay, the third disadvantage maybe the weather, but you can see it's fine. I'm not even wearing my hat now. It's December. You should not come here in March or April. I suggest coming before February for Christmas market decorations. And maybe from May till September, it's really good. It's not that hot in summer. It's like plus 25, 30 degrees Celsius. So May to September, it's really good. So now tell me your opinion about should you come to Moscow or not in the comments. And if you have any questions about traveling to Russia these days, you can ask me in the comment sections. See you later, fellows.